Self-portraits are difficult for any artist. In 1975, writer Yerlashova stated that Durdy Bayramov was the first Turkmen artist to paint a self-portrait. The artist created his likeness by painting his image through an image. That is, he used a mirror to paint himself in situ. An avid fan of Rembrandt, Bayramov often studied the artist's multiple self-portraits. In his diary, he mused, "Rembrandt's portraits represent an artist's journey to find himself." He jotted down a quote from a poem by Haji Bayram, "Look for yourself, find yourself, to know yourself." He went on to say, "I believe these words are for Rembrandt and Van Gogh, who drew multiple self-portraits." Like many artists before him, Bayramov was on a mission to find himself through his own portraits. It was not an exact replica of the man he saw in the mirror before him, but rather a representation of himself as a person. Like he had done with so many portraits before, Bayramov enclosed a piece of himself in each self-portrait he created. Each progression shows a different side of the artist. From young and fresh-faced to middle-aged and wizened, the only feature that remains unchanging is the intensity of his expressive eyes. Full of love, curiosity, and an artist's sensitivity, his eyes fill the viewer with a sense of contentment, knowing they are in the presence of a friend. Bayramov often featured objects of cultural significance in his portraits. In this work, he has placed himself in front of traditional Turkmen jewelry, as well as a ram's skull and deer horns. He looks at the viewer with a forlorn gaze, perhaps even a little bit tired. Perhaps the artist is studying these objects for inspiration towards a new still life. The pieces of gilded jewelry that are featured in this work are now part of the Durdy Bayramov Art Foundation's Object Archive. His final true self-portrait, created in 2003, is of particular significance. Bayramov had been working late in his studio when he decided to quit for the evening and head home. He donned his favorite leather jacket, a garment that he himself had repaired many times, his favorite yellow scarf, and a small black cap. He was just about to leave when he saw himself in the mirror. The artist knew at that moment that he was truly seeing himself, an older man, full of wisdom, years of experience, who was absolutely in his element. The portrait itself is unique in that Bayramov's eyes follow the viewer wherever they move. This doesn't cause discomfort, but rather allows a sense of fatherly and guardian-like love in the space. When Bayramov painted this final self-portrait, he instilled within it his energy and love of life and family. Even now, the work stands as a dynamic reminder of the artist's legacy even after his passing. Bayramov worked on a fair share of self-portraits during his life, each capturing a different facet of his growing essence. One thing in particular is absolutely clear. Whether he meant to or not, his spirit lives on through his self-portraits, allowing his love and strength to live on throughout eternity. From here, immortality for an artist begins.